And if I explain it, I'm going to look like a fucking nerd. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into round 2 here. Going to give it a second and then unmute myself on T-Far so we can hear him locally. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, here is round 2. Briefing. Oh, we got a big one here. So we're continuing the Honduras campaign we started last week by mountain. The Honduran cartels have regrouped around the home of a cartel lieutenant after the engagement between... Oh no, cartel. After the engagement from last week, the cartel recovered the 2 downed helos, repaired one of them to full working order, and now are offering the highly advanced and classified avionics equipment for sale to the highest bidder. The violence has escalated. U.S. Rangers have been called in to assist. Honduras, Central America, 2010 for the area of operations. Notes and there they had swapped guns as big as a log of maple on a mighty little cart, a load for father's cattle. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy, mind your music and your step, and with the girls be handy. And every time they fire it off, it took a horn of powder and made a noise like father's gun. He's just putting this in here because he knows I'm going to read it, that bastard. Only a nation louder. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and your step, and the girls be handy. Blue 4 Hotel for mission rules may take off prior to safe start ending. Green 4 Hotel may only begin to repair, refuel, and rearm the UH-1Y, so I have to do full logistics on before they can take it off. That's cool. To delay it at least. Until after safe start ends. Yes, they may move the ammo and fuel vehicles around to aid in their efforts prior to safe start ending. Only Blue 4 X-Ray may use safe start too. Interesting. I always love that there are some custom game mode rules for each of these matches up to the mission maker's description. It is quite nice. Same person just behind on notifying? Maybe. I don't know, Rudy. I don't know. I've seen all sorts of things on glitches on Twitch, so you never know. But otherwise, overtime mission will go into overtime if there's only one active sector remaining and the attackers are inside it. So with add sector, basically how it works is the defenders are defending usually 2 or 3, sometimes 1 sector. As long as there is a defender alive in the sector, they have to be as an infantry guy. They can't be in a static turret. They can't be in a vehicle in the sector. They can't be in a helicopter in the sector flying above. And they can't be unconscious. They have to physically be in the sector as an infantryman. But actually, running around as an infantry guy. If all of those parameters are knocked out, and there's no infantry in the sector, because they're either in vehicles, unconscious, or in statics. If a single attacker is in the sector is automatically taken. And you can't retake a sector. But that is how the overtime rule will work. If attackers and defenders are in the last sector, basically whoever eliminates who out of that sector will win the round. But I doubt we're going to go into overtime because of how short these rounds have been. Otherwise, maximum view distance is going to be 950, no magnified optics nor NVGs, and only 100 build points, 25 under the normal one, as we see Falcon flying around back there. Otherwise, map settings. Blue 4 gets 2 AT rounds and 1 HE round. I know because they always put the AT rounds before the HE rounds, but if it was only HE rounds, I would tell you it's AT rounds, because SMAs, you can't fucking tell. Whereas the RPG, you can tell because the RPG AT warhead is thicker than the dildo, which is the HE frag round for the RPG. And then they also have an Igla with a single round, and then the assistant will get a single additional round. Otherwise, Blue 4, which are our U.S. Rangers here. To break down the roster real quick: Platoon Leader, Sergeant, Squad Leader, Team Leader, Auto Rifleman Assistant, Grenadier IR. They have the Hunt IR rounds, little cameras you fire from a UGL, go up in the air, and then you can access them. They have normal vision and night vision, no thermal vision. And then you have Machine Gunner Assistant, Combat Engineer, Light Anti-Tank, Medium Anti-Tank 1, and Assistant, Medium Anti-Tank 2, and Assistant. You have your Recon Infantry, your Recon Infantry Scout, your DMR, which it appears to be a Mark 11, which is a 20-shot 7.62x5.1 battle rifle. Excuse me, not a battle rifle, that's a different term, but 20 rounds of big boom boom. Let's go with that. Your sniper, which gets a ghillie, crew leader, crewman, pilot, medic, and base kit. Loadout wise, I'll get to why I call it a battle rifle in a second, because it's not. Ooh, they are all rocking Mark 16s. So basically Scar H's. So everyone gets 7.62x51, except for the Chads who get Mark 18s, probably for the UGL, because I don't think UGLs exist on Scar models in Arma 3, at least not that I can think of. Otherwise, you have the Glock 17 as a secondary, M249 for the light machine gun, M240 Golf for the medium machine gun. Light machine gun goes to the auto rifleman, 7. Medium machine gun goes to the machine gunner slot. M136 single-shot disposable AT for the light anti-tank gunners of Blue 4. Otherwise, Sniper gets a choice of many different types of M2010s with different camos. And then you have the 2 Recon Infantry Scouts have a choice between Mark 14s or SOCOM 16s. Those are battle rifles, which you can also turn into marksman rifle, but since they don't have magnified optics, they are treated as battle rifles. Otherwise, crew and aviation get an MP7 or a Mark 18 Mod 1 as a choice of weaponry. No crew-served weapons here. Blue 4's assets include an ESSS version of the UH-60, which means it has 2 sets of pylon racks, but I don't think they're going to have any pylons. They have fuel tanks, but they're empty, which means you can't turn them into napalm bombs, which, shame. They also have chafe for, how do I put it? If they activate it, then the Iglas don't, they're not able to lock. Otherwise, 9 transport MRZRs, which can carry 4 people apiece. No, 6 people, my bad. It says it right there. And then you have the SOCOM Humvee with the M134 minigun on it. And then that gunner can also access a 240 Bravo. And then there's a rear gunner with the 240 Bravo. And then the other version, which has the M2 instead of the 134. And then you have the CH-47 Chinook, which is armed, and they're giving them 4,000 rounds per minigun on the left and right side. Okay. But, I mean, this is a flying cow. Really easy to shoot down with an Igla. Also, if Blue 4 gets the, Green 4 gets the Venom up, they can also use that too. No one on Op 4 today. Green 4 uniform is going to be modern Altis Armed Forces digital camo. I think their marksmen use the Mark 14, but I will go and check on the ground as we do unit breakdowns. Otherwise, loadouts are going to be HKs. So G3 is also 7.62 by 5.1. So it's a pretty even fight weaponry-wise. They both get 7.62 by 5.1 and 5.56. The M4 is for the UGL. I believe it's the 203 systems. Otherwise, 249 and MG3. Everything you love about the MG3 just in a 7.62 by 5.1 NATO chamber. Otherwise, also the 136. M40A5, only one choice for there, and then 2 Mark 14s, either a wooden finish or a more plasticky one. Then you have the MP7 or the M4A1 PIP. Nothing on crew-served weapons. Their assets include a recon helicopter MD500, which I didn't see earlier, so that might be to show that they're cannibalizing it for the UH-1Y, but they have... Sorry, just blanked on that. An armored SUV 4x4, which means it's very bullet resistant, but not AT resistant. You have the MG UH-1Y, which they're going to have to rearm, which means they can arm it to the full MG capacity, which might also be 4,000 rounds as well. Iglas are IR. Chafe does nothing. Thank you, Eric, because sometimes I get those confused, so thank you for clarifying on that. They also have an unarmed UH-1Y, 2 M2s, which are the sit-down version, 2 off-road M2s, the battle bus, a van for refueling, and a M9, basically a transport, not a transport truck, but a truck with ammunition for the helicopter. Nothing on other assets. Otherwise, looking down, let's go ahead and look at our forces. The attacking commander is going to be Vagrant. I believe Vagrant has won both of his rounds tonight in the EU branch. Could be wrong, but I know he at least won one. So, Grab is his 2IC, Ilanek leading X-Ray, Loki being the medic, Sam being the sniper, Night Owl going 2IC here because he's got that scar. And then you have Lennox taking the Mark 14 and Twins. I cannot tell. So I'm going to click this button. He has...
That's why we are doing this. So
a SOCOM 60. Okay. Nielsen leading Alpha HQ, Sablon leading Alpha 1 with Scholl and Colmaneric, Herb, Resent, Eagle, and Shine. Gur leading Alpha 2 with Olaf, Mutant, Shy, and Bacon Flavored Ivan. Mittens leading Bravo 1 with Fez, Goose, and Swedge. Zeist leading Bravo 2 with Green Shade, Falcon, Fred, Banks, Chadwick, and Pierce. Funny Men leading Delta with Selwy, Tachi, Waldo, Nick, and Z Thomas, and G Legs. Gordon and Bates being one helicopter crew, probably for the CH-47 because they got 3 people in there, so 1 pilot, 2 gunners. And then Mountain flying the Blackhawk here, which doesn't have any gunners, so he's going to be solo flying that. Otherwise, looking at Green 4, Thunderbanner is going to be commanding tonight. Despo is leading X-Ray, Mackenzie as the 2IC, actually Medic, Zuki as the sniper, Good Time Saddam as the 2IC, Holton taking the wooden Mark 14, Hunavar also taking the wooden Mark 14, Drake leading Alpha 1 being led by, I don't see a leadership role, so Cosmonaut's going to lead with the machine gun. Maz, alright, so their marksman rifle is a PSG-1.
Sector 1.
Or at least some sort of G3 with a long barrel, but
at least the western one.
It's also a 7.62. I just saw that. My mind went to PSG-1, but that might be it too. Regardless, Nemesis, Iander, Whiplash, and Cool Breeze also under Alpha 1, Alpha 2, led by Bridges with Barton Fist, Warwick, Puma, and Poe together. Space Cowboy Carly and Bravo HQ with Artisan and Zoni merged under him. I don't see any other Bravo elements. Guy Fieri leading Charlie HQ with Arma, Jesus, Band, Michael, Roster, Leg, Chow, Dooley, and Flux. And then you have Arcane going helicopter here with a co-pilot for Wise, and then Monk and Blam being the gunners for the helicopter as well. They're waiting to rearm and refuel that Vic there. Otherwise, we're going to add our 2 sectors here. Sector 1 is this little makeshift helipad base that they've created. Very, very open right here. They do have some nice overwatch points from a side, but that is a tough spot to be in. And Sector 2 is, oh my god, it's literally the industrial complex. That is going to be a bitch for Blue 4 to breach. But these objectives are very, very close to each other. So Blue 4 just has to deploy and go in. Looks like the vehicles accidentally came too close. So, yeah, it's going to be a charge right in and clear everything, isn't it? But Green 4 have very open areas here. What if they all die? In the event that one team is entirely wiped, the other team wins by default. But I'll be curious to see how this round goes because we have a lot of higher calibers on today, and I was noticing 7.62 by 39 was slapping last round. So now that a lot more 7.62 by 51, which is even bigger than 39, is out and about, 308, baby. That's gonna hurt. We'll see how effective everything is, but both sides having M134 miniguns, both on the ground and in the air. Green 4 doesn't have any on the ground. Blue 4 has one in the form of a SOCOM Humvee, but both sides having 2 M134s attached to helicopters in the air. We'll see how things go. I honestly think this Vic is going to be hunting down Blue 4's helicopters, but that is why it's delayed with having to be repaired. But we could see Blue 4 rush and try to hit this vehicle itself here with either the SOCOM Humvees or the CH-47. Can there be a stalemate? Theoretically, Cosmo? No. I'm trying to think of a necessary... The only times I have seen a stalemate... I think there was one stalemate in FNF. I can't remember the reason, but... I do remember. I think 2 sides, it was a neutral sector, and both sides got to 100 points at the same time. There was one stalemate. Stalemates are incredibly rare. Again, I can only think of one that happened, but I can't even remember the parameters. But usually, if both sides wipe each other, the defender usually wins, but the game will probably calculate as a stalemate because both sides lose everyone on their side. But, again, there's only one stalemate I can think of that happened, and I just cannot remember the parameters. Oh, man. By the way, coming from your YouTube, so I'm glad I could catch the stream live, putting faith in Blue 4. I'm going to be honest, Blue 4 does have the better assets, but looking at the players here, we got Bant, Guy Fieri, some really heavy hitters, and Scandi Recon, but they're playing defense. I'm going to be honest, I don't always trust Scandi Recon and Papega on defense because they are too aggressive of players and will sometimes charge out of their defensive positions. More so Papega than Scandi. Scandi's a little smarter about that. Blue 4, I mean, they got Falcon with them. If Blue 4 can establish air superiority, I can see them planking at Green 4, but beyond that, I would say Green 4 have the better roster, but they are playing defense, so it makes it a bit tougher because I have seen Papega push out of a defensive position and get themselves wiped. Plus, if Green 4 is going to focus on an all eggs in one basket style defense and just hold Sector 2, that leaves them little to no room to have other squads outside of the actual AO come in and counterattack or flank attacking forces. So I'm leaning towards Blue 4 right now, but I also know a lot of you bet on the opposite of what I say because every time I place an official bet down for you guys, I'm more often wrong than not because the game just decides to screw me over. So it's a tough call. So X-Ray is the only group that's going to be coming from the north at that spawn position as stated in the mission info. Everyone else is going to be coming from the south. Blue 4 does have the ability to move in from these forested areas, but I'm going to be honest, at the ground level, it's very, very open. But Green 4 is not going to be capitalized on that because they could build fortifications and trenches to cover it all the way down to the southern side of the sector, but instead they're going to be focusing on holding the industrial area. As of plan style. But considering Green 4's number and Blue 4 has a 10% numbers advantage, I'm not surprised we're seeing this level of fortifications here. I also saw some people climbing the tower, but looks like they have climbed down instead. So, yeah, you have them making their last lines of fortifications here. There's only 1 minute left for them to do that before that ability is taken away. I don't know. Could go either way. If Green 4 is able to get air superiority with this vehicle, that would be, I think, a really nasty thorn in Blue 4's side, but Blue 4 could still shoot it down with a variety of vehicles. Mission has started. And there it goes, the Grand Prix. I'll be right back 1 second. Objective is sector control. Green 4 is defending 2 sectors. Blue 4 is trying to take them. Otherwise, we see most of the vehicles moving up the MSR, some actually diverting to the SSR on the right. I gotta be careful though, because at this angle.
This is perfect here.
Yeah, what a great dismount point.
Yeah. Dismount, yeah. This is a dismount. Oh.
Really? I guess because Green 4 had a larger border there, but we see Blue 4 pushing forces a lot further up. I'm going to be honest, if they're not taking contact, they should move their dismount point further north, but that's just my 2 cents here. Got the CH-43 coming around. It is starting to line up the miniguns here. And you got Green 4 down here with their own miniguns, might return fire, but Blue 4 is flying it away. You have the UH-60 now flying around doing reconnaissance and drawing fire of Green 4 here. You've got X-Ray for Green 4 coming up to this position in the armored Humvee. Excuse me, SUV. Blue 4, meanwhile, are deploying on the northern side.
Big 50 and high wee woo.
Czar, thanks for the 50-month resub, my man. You are right. Big 50 indeed. I hope you enjoy the operation, my man. Thank you so much for that 50-month resub. And I hope you get a nice kick out of FNF tonight.
Motor set again, motor set again, motor set again.
The motor got hit again. Sounded like the engine got hit, but no, they're still kicking. I thought one of the 50 cows on the ground actually got a lucky hit there and took the engine out, because that happens more often than you'd think. So it's going to be coming around. These guys might be stuck in repair loops here if the CH-47 keeps strafing.
No, it's good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Spool up, spool up. Holy shit, that's loud.
That is loud. I don't have access to toggle volumes or spectator mode. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and prematurely hit mute myself in the TFAR channel, because I have a feeling it's gonna get loud. Do I think Azuki will get blue on blue again? Hopefully not. We can hope. It would be called green on green if he's green 4, red on red if he's op 4, technically, but I know what you're getting at. I have seen Azuki get hit quite a few times in friendly fire, but not as much as Falcon. Thankfully, it doesn't happen to Falcon anymore, but... So now you're going to have a CH-47 versus a UH-1Y, but we do have the 134 down here trying to line up a shot. See what happens. There we go. Both helis opening up with their 134s. Green 4 bleeding altitude to pull away. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who the faster helicopter is, but you also have the UH-60 that's unarmed, by the way, coming in to, I guess, help scout. Blue 4 X-Ray, meanwhile, dismounted right next to Green 4 X-Ray, who accidentally hit a stoplight, and then pull away without engaging. Interesting. They're trying to box in the Venom here. Oh man, that's hilarious. Literally a chase down here. Blue 4 still dismounting over yonder. But the CH-47 is doing a great job of staying on the tail of the UH-1Y so he can avoid the miniguns. But while he's doing that, the CH-47 can't turn left or right to get their gunners on it. So they've got really thin angles to work with here. These guys got to be careful, because they got the SOCOM Humvees below them that can also fire at them if they keep looping like that. CH-47 might have an angle here. Woo! Hail of fire. They're literally within a few hundred meters of each other. CH-47 aligning its right side gunner, but the gunship cuts under. Welcome to Cursed Helicopter PvP. And you still have the damn UH-60 flying support. Now you got ground fire coming up and hitting the the CH-47. I'm gonna call it Chinook, Huey, and Blackhawk for the rest of this operation. Caster Cursed Falcon? Falcon's gonna do wonderful this round. He's Pinoy power. You know, I think he's gonna Pinoy power the shit out of Green 4. Speaking of Green 4, X-Ray has dropped off. They are close to Platoon at the moment. If they pick off Platoon early, that could be game-changing. Not sure if they saw him through these bushes, though. But now you have the helicopters basically doing the dance of death above everyone as they try to get behind each other. Not really much is changing in this superiority. Green 4 might have spotted. No, they're focusing on the helicopter. Why would you? No, stop it. You're not going to hit them, you goober. And they're going to remount their SUV and drive around. They have no idea how close they were to actually eliminating Platoon. But hey, it happens. Oh, Huey's going for the offense now. They're going to try to take a bite at the apple, but the gunners aren't even lined up. Oh, that's not even close. Man. Shots again landing really close to both choppers, but not hitting. Here's the thing, though, when you think about it. Green 4 technically has infinite ammo. Both helicopters have 4,000 rounds in each gun. Green 4 can land, though, and grab the ammo truck and rearm. Blue 4 doesn't have a rearm capability unless they steal the ammo truck, so... Will the Chinook give the Huey room to actually land and rearm? No, but that is something that we can at least discuss as a small detail. Uh-oh. Chinook's coming right at the Huey. Hold on. No, I thought I heard the engine cut out, but it was not. It's the audio effect you get when the helicopters go to and from each other. Meanwhile, main fight has started. Green 4 starting to repel Blue 4 lines as they push in. Sector 1 has been completely abandoned. Green 4 going for an all eggs in one basket. Defense strategy around Sector 2. Alright, we'll keep an eye on the helicopter battle. I will put my render distance up a little bit more. As we see Green 4 firing down on Blue 4 here as they're advancing. That has caused Blue 4 to pop some smokes and pull back a little bit from the firing lines of Green 4. Not gonna lie, a marksman up here. Yeah, we do actually have a marksman. Resents. Trying to get on that rooftop to pop some shots. Now we just have the UH-60 flying at low levels, trying to run interference on Green 4's one position. At that range with the M2, you'd have to lead really, really far to make a hit. But that doesn't stop these chuckleheads from trying. Love how the UH-60 is now trying to stabilize itself as it tries to detect a pattern in the CH-47's movements. You got the SOCOM Humvee with the 134 now firing up here. Shots are going a little high. They're hitting the sandbag line here. And there's Sector 1 captured. Means you're going to have that all eggs in one basket fight for Sector 2. X-Ray for Green 4 has deployed far back, still trying to find an angle to harass Blue 4 from. Might find it here, but I'm gonna be honest, it's a tough angle. So they're slowly moving up. going at it. U860 now coming in. So Convicts pressing more. I'm gonna be honest, has anyone even died yet? Mitten got picked off. And Grab, the 2IC, got picked off, possibly by X-Ray, which I want to check real quick. Yeah, Zuki got the kill there, so I don't know who got the kill on that guy, but Green Force still holding strong. As I say that, Flux gets killed more than likely by the SOCOM Vic, because that was what was suppressing up there. And the helicopter dance of death continues. Green 4 X-Ray, I'm a little worried for Blue 4 here. They're in a really good striking position. The suppressed guys have gone up on their own to get right behind the enemy's line, and the sniper team is now lurking around on their own to come up to a different angle. It is the sniper and a spotter. This is exactly how you want to use X-Ray, though. Harass the enemy's back line, split them off to the sniper team and the four-man team with the suppressed shooters and the four-man team to push. A little worried about Blue 4. Duly knocked unconscious as well. Blue 4 taking a little bit more attrition here. You've got Herb dead, but they are gaining ground. But it is still too early to tell who's going to come out of this on top. They could get some high ground here, pick off people from various angles, maybe get on top of this barn and pick off the gunners on those vehicles here. But now you've got both aircraft are resorting to strafing ground targets instead. Huey's cutting speed. Chinook might take advantage of that. A lot of fire going right on top of the infantry here. And it's fairly close. That is so risky, because they also have the SOCOM Humpy down there. Oh, engine's down. Wow. So in that fight, he lost his engine, tried to land it, unfortunately wasn't able to. He's lucky he cut left a little bit, because he would have crashed into friendlies and killed even more dudes. But now that means the CH-47 is going to be up here on its own, but it's got 50 cals firing onto it. And you're seeing some of those rounds actually ricocheting off, so they were scoring hits. But they are trying to get the gunners down here. But Blue 4 are outpacing the X-Ray team on the rear here. And they're going to start making an offensive. Here's the issue. Not a lot of guys in that assault, but a lot of eyes are focusing elsewhere. No, you cannot recapture a sector as the defensive group. Once it's taken, it is taken for the rest of the match. Good question, though. Whoa! Auto-rotating. The Chinook has lost its second spinner. G-Leg just needs to build speed in one direction, and he'll be able to get out of that, which it looks like he just did. Now he just has to rotate the Vic, which he can't do, actually, because he doesn't have an auto-rotate capability, because that second spinner went down. Now you got the SOCOM Humvee firing at this group of infantry. A lot of shots coming up here. Checking the floor. I see a little bit of blood, which means they have been getting hit because blood splatter spawned to the ground floor. Chinook might try to pull out and land somewhere. They gotta be careful, though, around there, because if they come in too short, then the chopper will start spinning again. But they can get that repaired and then field back in, but that doesn't really change much on this operation. So that X-Ray moving in. Hotel had a survivor. They will start moving in at their convenience. Otherwise, you have this AO slowly getting entrenched. Grenade thrown in by Bands. That's going to cause some nasty casualties here. Arma Jesus comes in. Twins is wounded. Half of them taken out. Bay gets a double tap there with that G3. Arma Jesus came out, killed another. Ilmanek is busy bandaging. and Bay is double tapping. So great cleanup work by Pepega there, being a little aggressive. Well, technically Arma Jesus and Bayan, because Bayan is not part of Pepega, but he is what we consider the best player here in FNF because he has such a nasty high KD. So Ilbanek, the only survivor here, he's bandaged up a little bit. Bay might spot him, but Ilbanek holds and Bay turns around. Got a lot of suppressing fire coming. Blue 4 holding up to this first building where there is a Green 4 garrison. They're looking up slowly but surely. Got some fire coming in as the Humvees are suppressing. We got the SOCOM one right there. I don't know where the M2 one is, but I feel like I hear it. Yeah, so it's a little more further to the north. Chinook, I think, has successfully landed on that hill, and they were unable to get it repaired. So he's just going to take it off and use it as a spinning boat there. X-Ray, meanwhile, folding in, missed the opportunity to get some rear shots, but a lot of Blue 4 is dead here on that northern push. Azuki has gotten a second kill with that sniper. Meanwhile, Blue 4's X-Ray, I mean, yeah, they folded in super close and paid the price for that, unfortunately. So as Green 4 are holding tower defense here. Anderson was taken out, it's only Whiplash and Jarik alive over here. But it is up to Blue 4 to now field in their heavy assets to thin out what they can, because Green 4 seems to be winning the short-range fight here. Wow. Blue 4 came up, they killed Jarik, now it's only Whiplash up here. He got a pick-off on one of the Huey Humvees. We got the sit-down 50 right here. But Whiplash has too much gunfire to notice that people are coming down here. Uh-oh. Gets one kill. Tries to get Tachi. Get on that 50 cal. Kick his ass. Now I got that 50 coming in. Despo getting shot to shit. Trying to desperately take out that gunner. Doesn't dodge the 50, and he gets torn to ribbons. Whiplash throwing some grenades. Missed through the grenade. That's going to damage the turret. Ouch. Ooh, Cool Breeze had a great flanking shot from the tower to kill the gunner of that SOCOM Vic. Now the driver is desperately trying to drive in right here. And he's parked it. Now Banks coming in. That's giving Green 4 the M2 Vic. Not sure if it'll be utilized, though. And you still have the CH-47 desperately trying to get in position in this AO, but with its tail rotor out, it is unable to stabilize. Alpha 2 has 4 guys over here on the far eastern flank. Little useless. But this is shaping up to be a Green 4 victory at this rate. Ilbanek trying to fire from this angle. Arma Jesus looking around. Unable to find anything specific. But from all this helicopter sounds, both from the engine and the gunfire, really hard to detect footsteps and other forms of really small-scale audio PID. Holton comes in, opens the door on Thomas, and throws a grenade in. Thomas forced to run out. So, I'm going to scroll out real quick. Fun fact, if you want, you can be a dick. If someone's in a small room, you can throw the grenade, and then you can do control space and hold it down, and they won't be able to open the door to get out. It's a dastardly thing to do, but you can literally lock them in there, and they'll die to the grenade, which is really fun to do. I saw a Blue 4 guy get blown up by a GL, but actually that's blue on blue. Because, yeah. I'm actually curious, does the gunner in that Vic have a -1? No, he does not. He has 2 kills, though. But he might have possibly just blue on blue to one of his own dudes. It wouldn't be FNF without a little bit of friendly fire. Oh! The SOCOM Vic blows up and takes out this building with it. And now Green 4's defensive line outside the sector has been hit pretty hard. The Chinook stabilized itself momentarily to suppress this area. Oh my. Mountain eventually has to land with that UH-60. He might try to land it on the roof, which would be pretty funny, but he's pretty much useless up there. You got Vagrant folding in, but Mackenzie's hot on his tail. That's Blue 4 ground command right there. Come on, Mackenzie, just run up and hit him. Missed those shots. Vagrant now in there, hitting some people. Mackenzie now crossing. He's taking fire from his left. And he gets hit by Banks. And knocked out, so Vagrant can continue. Green 4 lost a few guys in for a few moments in some of these firefights, and now the numbers are looking a little more even. CH-47 coming around again. Doesn't realize it's suppressing some of its own dudes, unfortunately. Space Cowboy Carl up here, vaulting into the window through that little shed. That's cute. Enhanced movement gives you so many additional options in playing this damn game. It's so interesting to see what people come up with. Space Cowboy Carl putting a smoke out on Artisan's body. I would have laughed my ass off if that was a frag, because frag would have probably killed Artisan. That's a smoke, right? Cool. GL going off on top of Vagrant Banks' position. CH-47 circling again. Numbers are pretty even right now. Green 4 still have their sniper spotter combo over to the west here. And Mountain has landed his helicopter on the outside. Not sure if he's getting out to play his infantry or to repair. Otherwise, you got Azuki and Saddam on 2 kills on Azuki from the sniper. Yeah, they're going to need the heavy asset to kill anyone over on that side. Vagrant finding Space Cowboy Carl, stopping him from carrying Artisan back. Leg has come around. Banks got shot. This is getting close. Space Cowboy Carl, grenade bait. Wounds him, doesn't kill him. Another grenade goes off, that wounds Vagrant. Banks wakes back up. Another grenade is thrown. Vagrant gets knocked to his legs and gets knocked out from that grenade. Illinek, that was a bad nade? Oh, I see. And then, did Sam just double tap him? Cheeky little bastard back here for Blue 4 sniper. No, so we wouldn't have shot Vagrant, he was shooting someone else. Okay. Arma G's in a great spot. He just killed the guy next to Banks. Someone else just died. Olaf taking fire. I think Green 4 has this. They're down to only 4 dudes in the AO, the sniper to the north, CH-47 in the air, and then Mountain just outside of the AO. More suppressive fire being sprayed down. Small arms fire going into the Chinook. Oh, Ilbanek threw a fad frag on Falcon and killed him. Oh, that's funny. And Falcon is entering rage mode. Dooley desperately trying to hit that helicopter. Otherwise, Blue 4 over here, breaching, finding with Tenderbanner. Roster taking fire from Olaf's 240 Gulf. Chadwick also firing at him. As these guys lay low. Mountain, you gotta do something stupid like land on the rooftop, buddy. You know you want to. Oh! Arcing misses the AT. Arma Jesus starts suppressing the Vic. But the Chinook doesn't take any damage because he wasn't leading his shots far enough. Olaf starting to climb the stairs. Leg now moving around. Chadwick up here. He might be able to throw some grenades up here. Roster jumps down. Takes some fire from Chadwick. And Chadwick goes down. Leg firing at Olaf from down the stairs. Mountain giving off some random chafe there. Sam with 4 kills, slowly running down. He might find the sniper if he doesn't tunnel vision himself. That's the Green 4 sniper right there. Uh-oh. Vaults the wall, finds Arcing, but Arcing finds Sam. Eliminate him. Shoot him. Shoot him now. It's floating! He just got killed because the damn thing's floating! Oh! When you get cucked by the terrain! That's adorable. You thought going prone would save you. Turns out it just made you a bigger target. Tough luck. I agree. Olaf holding the stairs here. Azuki pushing up the stairs as Olaf reloads. Azuki, realizing he's down there, misses the sniper shot, and then Olaf blows them away. Amazing. Great grenade throw on Olaf, but it was above him. Roster wakes up, good time Saddam moving in. The engine got shot out in the CH-47. Can he land it? Beautiful. Like a glove. Doesn't even break the main rotor. And now Blue 4 has 4 reinforcements. Did you just kill yourself with a grenade? Did Arma Jesus just kill himself with a grenade? Let me check real quick. Mountain has no kills. Gordon has no kills. I'm asking him. I swear to God if he just killed himself with that grenade. Be honest. No? Friendly GL? Carl killed him? Oh, that's even better. That's even better. It was a friendly grenade. Oh! I love it. Literal skill issue. Now, it is time for the final fight here. We have 4 people on Blue 4. They are all part of the pilot crews that have landed. And then you have 6 Green 4 players. 4v6. But the minigun still works. Dooley almost loses his head there. So he's going to stay low. Actually got hit there, so he's going to be bandaging. But now it's up to the pilots to make it, and they are rocking rifles. No MP7s. I'm disappointed in all of them for that. They all took the freaking Mark 18 Mod Zeros. The cowards. All right. 23 minutes left on the clock. Tenderbanner spotting Mountain. Tries to engage him as Gordon goes over the wall. Grenade. I was about to say if that bounced over the fucking wall. Oh my God, if that bounced. Oh! Oh! Mountain is dead. Gordon folding in. Probably gonna bandage. Bates also getting caught in the open. The other guy died too. I don't know to what. I heard AT fire. Who the hell knows? It is now up to Gordon as Tenderbanner double taps. More AT being fired. They're hitting the Vic here. I want to look real quick. G-Legs died in the Vic. Okay. Gordon popping a nade over. As he bandages. More grenades coming down. It's smoke. Can Private Gordon Frieden channel the inner spirit of Audrey Hotto to win this round in what has turned into a 1 versus 6? Those who don't know, we call Audrey Hotto, or I guess we call upon Audrey Hotto every time there is a potential for a clutch play, because Audrey Hotto holds the total amount of kills in one round record at 23 when he single-handedly won a 3-way fight when his entire team got wiped. I guess side, technically. And then he systematically killed everyone remaining. It was beautiful. So can Gordon ascend the stairs and get 6 kills to secure this sector for Blue 4? I'm gonna be honest, he could. He's just gotta kill Saddam Hussein first. Saddam, I'm gonna be honest, you should feel bad about that, but it looks like Dooley just came out and shot him. But wow, I was about to say, that was... Wow, MVP Dooley, he jumps down and he takes no fall damage. And then he jumps down again. Dooley is clearly hacking. JK. Yeah, that happened. Anyway, there goes round 2. Clap, clap, clap.